Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video, I have some absolutely fantastic news when it comes to this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, especially for people that want to make money. Let's get straight into it. Let's start off with the thing that most of you probably want to hear, especially the hardcore money grinders in the audience, and that is double money on sale missions with special cargo. If you get double money, and you add that into the fact that you can sell in a public lobby with the now 50% high demand bonus, holy crap, you can make some ridiculous amounts of money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. So that is the first thing. Crazy money payouts we're going to be getting. We have been waiting forever for this as well, so I am so thankful that Rockstar is finally giving us the increased payouts that we've wanted. The second thing is that you're getting triple money extra if you do an export mixed goods sale mission. This is the thing that you can walk into the front of your office and ask your associate for export mixed goods. It's pretty easy to do. It's just basically the same as the excess weapons parts on the bunker, but it's in your office building. So you'll get 150 grand from that every time you complete it every 48 minutes, so a little bit of extra cash. Overall, this week is already amazing. Let's get into the vehicle discounts. Starting off with the two freebies, we have the podium vehicle being the Roosevelt Valor. It's a cool car. That's about as much as I can say. There's really nothing special about it. It's pretty slow, and it's not even well armored. It would be kind of cool if they did make a Money-Tech version of this vehicle that could survive an absolute beating. But as of right now, this is the only version of the Roosevelt Valor we have. We also have the LS Car Meet Prize, right? To get your hands on the Spectre, you're going to have to finish third place 2 days in a row, which is honestly incredibly easy. You should be able to do this super fast. I don't know if I'd say the Spectre's worth it, though. It's a pretty mediocre sports car when it comes to handling, top speed, and overall acceleration. It's also not the best looking car, but you can upgrade it into a slightly faster Benny's version, which does have a lot more customization. So, not a bad car at all to get your hands on, but I also wouldn't say anything spectacular. That's probably why it's so easy to get. Now we arrive at discounts. Let's start off with the office building discounts. Basically, anything that you buy inside of your office building is going to be discounted 30% off. So if I go over to my phone and I go to Dynasty 8 Executive, all office buildings will be 30% off. Now, I wouldn't really suggest to buy any other apart from Maze Bank West. This is already like one of the best locations, especially if you get your arcade and nightclub right in this area. But if you want to be the show-off, then I guess you can get the Maze Bank Tower. It's 4 million. It'll be about 3 million in tomorrow's money, so it won't be that bad of a price tag. But not only is the office building going to be on sale, but all the upgrades are going to be on sale. So if you ever want to change your interior or change the organization name or anything like that, this is your week to do so. As well, all warehouses are on sale. This is massive. Because of the fact that you're going to be earning double money with all sale missions this week with your special cargo warehouses, I would highly suggest to spend some of that money to upgrade your warehouses if you have small ones to large, and if you don't own any, this is your time to shine and buy them, because not only is there a passive way to make money with the warehouses, even without the bonus money this week, but now you can make so much extra that just doing a sale mission is going to make all that money back. I would suggest to buy the warehouses in the strip that I have here, because they're all 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row, and then the last one is a little bit off to the left, so it just saves you a lot of time on actually sourcing and going back between the buildings. So with that aside, let's get into the discounted cars. And let's start off with the vehicle right in front of us, the Pegassi Tempesta, going from a normal price tag of $1.3 million to $797,000. That is actually a really good deal in my opinion. The Tempesta is the 20th best lap time supercar in the game, which is actually pretty impressive. It's not the fastest on top speed, nor is it anymore the best of the best in lap time, but it's still good in both, which means whenever you're driving on the city streets in Los Santos, speed isn't going to be the most important thing. It's going to be handling, and as you can see, the Tempesta easily just makes its way through these corners, no problem whatsoever. It's just a great car to drive. It's also got some fantastic upgrades. I am personally a massive fan of the design this vehicle has. It's a beautiful looking car. It looks great with so many different paint jobs, and yeah, I would highly recommend to pick up the Tempesta. After the Tempesta, we arrive at the XLS armored variant, which is kind of a weird car. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's an armored vehicle vehicle which can survive one explosion, and it also has semi-bulletproof glass. What I mean by that is you can shoot the glass for about 27 rifle rounds before it gets broken, and then you die and your face turns into ketchup. The vehicle is the fastest of the armored SUVs, and you can see that here. It's actually not that slow, but at the same time, now that Amani Tech vehicles do exist, I can't necessarily say that this really is a worthwhile purchase. Now, if you're a newer player to Grand Theft Auto Online, then maybe this isn't too bad of a car to get. The XLS armor does only cost about $313,000, and at that point, maybe it's not that bad of a purchase, but in my opinion, I just wouldn't suggest to get it. Up next, we have the Italy GTB. Now, this is a fantastic purchase for two reasons. First of all, it's already one of the cheapest supercars available in the game. Not only does it look great, but the price tag for this vehicle is normally $1.2 million. You can get it for $800,000. So really, really cheap supercar. Not only is the price tag very, very inexpensive for being a supercar, but it also features a decent top speed, over 120 miles per hour. It's got decent lap time and handling, but the better part is that you can upgrade this into the Italy GTB Custom, which in my opinion is one of the nicest looking cars in the game. In fact, we can compare the Italy GTB Custom to the normal GTB, and yeah, I mean, you can see the massive difference in these vehicles' looks. I mean, they do have similarities, but the Italy GTB Custom just looks so much better, and the fact that you can get the base car on sale means that it's not going to be nearly as harmful to your bank account to get the Benny's upgrade, which, as I said, I would highly suggest to do, as holy moly is this one of the nicest looking cars available in the game. Another really good car to pop up in the discounts this week is the Entity XXR. This is the 11th fastest supercar available in the game. That's actually rather impressive, achieving a top speed of 128. That means whenever you're dealing with even a lot of the newer cars in the game, it will still keep up pretty dang well. It also features decent handling. I wouldn't say it's anything crazy, but it's good enough to get the job done, which actually gives this car a really good rating in my opinion. The Entity XXR is normally $2.3 million, but this week you can get it for $1.6 million, so I would actually suggest to pick this car up as well. There's actually a lot of cars this week that I think are really good deals. Some of them aren't the best cars, but they look nice and they're just absolutely fun to drive. I think the XXR is one of the nicest looking Koenigseggs in the game. I mean, it's just such a sleeper car in my opinion. It doesn't look like it would have so much speed, but wow, is it fast. Now we arrive at the more obscure discounted vehicles. We have two Arena War. First of all, we have the Future Shock Imperator, or should I say just the Imperator in general. This vehicle is actually pretty cool. It achieves a top speed of 130 due to the fact it has a rocket speed boost you can see I'm using here, blowing out of the exhaust. Not only does this vehicle have really good speed, but it also has weapons that you can see I just sent that car flying with the plow on the front. So it's fast, it's got great weaponry on the plow, it can drop mines, which is really cool. You can see me dropping the mines right here. This might be an EMP mine, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but yeah, I think it is an EMP mine, which completely locks your vehicle from actually doing anything. I think these are the best mines in the game apart from the explosive ones. Look at how long it locks your car in position there. That's a crazy amount of time. And it means that essentially anybody trying to chase you is just never ever going to catch you. It also has front mounted MGs that you can put on it. It's got mines that you can shoot out of the back, which is kind of cool. So overall, just a really, really cool car. And by the way, these mines send vehicles flying. I mean, watch this. That car, it just gets absolutely launched. So yeah, the Imperator, really, really cool vehicle. Definitely one of my more favorited of the Arena War cars. We also have the Issy Arena War. This isn't... I walked into the spikes and died. I guess while respawning, I should mention that the Imperator is going to go from a pretty hefty price tag of $2.2 million down to $1.4 million. Now, obviously, you are still going to have to own an arena to upgrade the vehicle, and it's not going to be super cheap on the upgrades themselves on the vehicle, but I still think it's a pretty decent price tag. Let's try and get inside of the Issy, but not kill ourselves. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right, now... Also, I should point out, Arena War vehicles do have the ability to jump, which is pretty dang cool. So, just like the Imperator, the Issy also has these kinetic mines that you can shoot out of the back. So, for example, this car here, we can launch those mines and again, just send the car flying. It's so cool. You can have front-mounted machine guns on the vehicle. You can see them on actually the roof of the car. I'm not exactly sure where they are under the list of scrolling, but there you are. We got the dual lasers on the roof, which is pretty dang cool. The positioning of the lasers is actually the best in my opinion out of all the cars, because they're slightly angled downward. This car also has just the same speed boost that the Imperator does, allowing it to go pretty fast, but it also has a shunt boost. So overall, I wouldn't say this vehicle is insane, and it's definitely one of the lamer vehicles when it comes to the ISI Imperators and all that stuff, but it is still cheap. It's only 1 million base, and it's going to be 650,000 if you want the discount. Plus, I mean, you still send vehicles flying with the plow on the front, so I think it's still a pretty decent car to get your hands on. To finish off, we have this, the ISI Classic, which is going from 360,000 to 220,000. I really can't say that's a decent deal at all because it's already so cheap. I mean, if you want this car, just pick it up, whether it's discounted or not. And yeah, there's just nothing really crazy about it. It's cool to look at. It's got a lot of customization, but it's really not that fast. And yeah, that's about all I can say about the vehicle. Finally, we arrive at the removed cars that have come back this week. We have the XLS, which we already showcased, all the Cognoscenti variants, so the Cognoscenti Cabrio, the 55, all those are back. None of them are really special, I'll be honest. And we have the Schafter long wheelbase. Again, not that really special of a car, especially when the Schafter V12 Armored exists, which is just a flat better version. So yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the week that we have in Grand Theft Auto Online, and I'll be real, it's an insanely good week. I would highly, highly recommend that for people that are especially money grinders, they stay to grind all throughout this week on a special cargo. Plus, we've got some decent vehicle discounts that actually aren't all too bad. So I think that this is definitely a worthwhile week to keep an eye on, and let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. But I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!